So I'm going to go ahead and start off with these like buffing type brushes. I have a lot of brushes to go through. I'm going to try to fly through this brush declutter fairly quickly. This one is the Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush. This was gifted to me, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I gave it a try, but I don't know. I'm still unsure about this brush. I know it's everyone's holy grail, but I'm going to give it a few more shots on this one. If not, I'll probably just send it back or something because she did use it. I don't think she has one of her own, so it was like out of the kindness of her heart that she passed this along to me because she knew that I didn't have one. But anyways, okay, so we're gonna keep this one. This one is from Wet n Wild. It's their flat top. I like it for powder, for setting the face. I don't like it for applying foundation because it does apply it fairly streaky. I'm gonna get rid of it because I use other brushes to set my face or to use powders. This one is from Up and Up. It's so beat up. I got it like almost 2-3 years ago. It's just a buffing brush. I'm gonna get rid of it because I think the Target Up and Up brand is not cruelty free. These brushes right here with the silver ferrule, they are from a brand called Kivanj, but I got them on eBay. This one, I just recently started using it. Face flat angled brush, and oh my gosh, this blends foundation like a dream. I absolutely love it. I was supposed to do a review on these, but Savannah got a hold of some of them and she pulled them apart, the ferrule from the handle, and so I can't do a review on them anymore because she broke some of them. This one I'm still kind of working with. It's called the Face Round brush, and that's basically what it looks like. It's just nice and domed, and there's another one, so I'm gonna just get rid of this one because there's another one like that. But this one is like a flat top. It's a little bit less dense than the Sigma F80, but it kind of does look like the Sigma F80. This one's the Sigma one. It's so hard to get foundation stains off of this one, but this is the, let's see, it's the Kivanj Face Flat brush, and you can see that this one is a lot smaller and it is less dense than this one. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Okay, this one I will be keeping since it's kind of like a duplicate of the other one. It doesn't have a name, but it's from that same brand. It's just a rounded buffing brush. Okay, and this one is from e.l.f. and I hear this one is a dupe for a Marc Jacobs brush. I haven't really used this one, but I'm gonna keep it and try and use it and see if I like it or if I want to declutter it, so I'm gonna keep that one. So I ordered a set like this on Amazon and mine were super cheap and they broke. So my friend who gave me the flat top F80 brush, she sent me this one and I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna keep it and give it a shot and see if I like these toothbrush face brushes. And I don't know which brand this is. So this one is the Real Techniques, what are you? The buffing brush. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I remember I was using it to blend out foundation and it wasn't working that great. I don't know, Real Techniques has just really good brushes, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one and hopefully it'll work for me later. This one is the Expert Face Brush, also from Real Techniques. It's a little bit different shape than the buffing brush, but they basically both do the same thing, except they are shaped differently. This one's round and this one kind of is, you know, tapered off a little bit. The Expert Face Brush is a lot more dense than this lighter orange one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and keep these two and try to work with them. So far we're getting rid of 4. This right here is like the contouring slash face powder brushes. This one is from Too Faced. I got it in a set from like HSN or something. I haven't even used it. I'm probably just gonna keep it for like aesthetics for my decoration, you know. This one is from Wet n Wild and it is their powder brush. Honestly, I'm not a fan of like big powder brushes. I'd rather use like flat tops or my beauty sponges, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. I think I bought this from someone. Apparently these brushes were at Costco or something, or Sam's. I don't know. The brand is CB and I cannot remember for the life of me what the CB stands for, but this is just a huge brush. Like it's almost the size of my entire, like the palm of my hand right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it because it's way too big. I don't need it. All right, this one, it's a holler.com and I can't remember the brand of these. I don't think they were branded. They're just kind of like synthetic brushes. It kind of reminded me of like the Too Faced set of the teddy bear brushes or whatever. So I got this one and I haven't even used it either. So I'm probably just gonna get rid of it. This one is the Wet n Wild. It's the angled brush and I am gonna keep this one because I love using this one for bronzing and contouring. This one is the Glamour Dolls x Lisa Frank collaboration and and this one's also an angled brush that I will be keeping as well. So good, super soft, I love it. This one is from Real Techniques, and it is their, let's see, contouring brush, and I like to use this one with my Kat Von D Shade Light contouring palette, the face one, because her powders are so concentrated and pigmented that I like to get something nice and pointed and really soft to really chisel out my cheekbones and stuff. So I'm going to keep this one. This one is from that Givenchy brand. I tried using it as a bronzing brush just because it kind of angles up like this a little bit. I just didn't like it. It was applying the powders on really strange on my skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. This one is from e.l.f. I forget what it's called, but as you can tell, it's like a giant fan buffing brush, contouring, bronzing brush. I do like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. This one again is from that CB brand from Costco or Sam's, but this one is the number 12 angled contour brush, and I like this one to use bronzer to like really pack it and press in the powders into my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. Getting rid of 4 more brushes, so that's getting rid of 8 so far. This is kind of like my miscellaneous face brush. I wasn't sure how to categorize them. Let's just go ahead and start with this one. This one is the e.l.f. small stipple brush. This one's really good for blending out cream contouring. I learned that technique with this brush from Angie. She's also known as Makeup Angel 23 on Instagram. I saw her using it to blend out her cream contour, and then I did it and it just blended everything like a dream. So I'm keeping this one. This one is from Crown Brushes, and it's a duo fiber, I don't even know what it's called. I thought it was a blush brush, but I could be wrong. I am going to keep this one because I'm looking right now and I see maybe one other duo fiber brush that I'm going to get rid of. So I'm going to keep this one because just in case I go overboard on blush or anything, duo fiber brushes are really good to blend out when you went a little too heavy-handed with blush. So I'm going to keep this one. This one is from Givenchy again, and this is supposed to be like a tapered highlighting brush. It kind of reminds me of this one from SL Miss Glam, except this one right here is a little bit bigger. You see, it's almost the same. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one since I have the SL Miss Glam one. I will be keeping this SL Miss Glam, the B36 tapered highlighting brush. This one is from Luxie, and it's the 660 Precision Foundation brush. I like to use this brush to set under the eyes or to set all over the face, and so I will be keeping this one. So here is the battle of the brushes. This one is just a little bit wider, bigger, I guess. This one is from the CB Costco brand or whatever, and this one was gifted to me. It's just called a powder brush by Vintage Cosmetic Company, the Vintage Cosmetic Company. I think I'm going to keep the smaller one. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of huge brushes, so I hate that she gifted me brushes that I'm not going to keep, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one right here, and I'm going to keep this one. This one is from e.l.f. and it's the foundation brush. I love using this to apply my cream contour, so I'll definitely be keeping this one. This one is from the Givenchy brand again, and it's just like a tapered type of blush contouring powder brush. I'm not sure, it didn't have a name. I'm not going to keep this one because, again, this one also applied my powders on really strange. Like when I was using NARS Laguna, like it brought out a lot of the shimmer in Laguna, and I know it has really fine micro shimmer in it, and this brush just made it look so glittery and so weird, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. This one is from Eco Tools, and it's just a giant fan brush that I love using for highlighter, especially if they're like super pigmented and super soft highlighters and I don't want like a lot of product to be picked up. Then I'll grab this brush here. This one is from Real Techniques, and it is the setting brush. I remember I got this brush from Kathleen Light's recommendations for the under eye, and I've seen people, Coffee Break with Danny, she uses this to actually contour. So I don't know if I'd use this to contour because my face is not slim like hers is, and you know, kind of already cut and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like she has, her bone structure is like made for smaller brushes like this, versus mine is really round and puffy. Anyways, I'm gonna keep this brush. This one is from Wet n Wild. This is their, I think it's called a blush brush, and I'm on the fence about this one. I like it, but it's just, this line of their brushes, it's just so super soft, and like it's almost too soft. Like, I don't know, the brushes just bend so easily, not the brushes, the bristles just bend so easily, and there's no any type of stiffness behind it like I want them to, or want them to be. And so I don't know, I guess I'll keep this one. If I don't reach for it again, then I'll definitely declutter it later on. This one is the stipple brush from Wet n Wild. I haven't tried this one really. I think I just bought it and I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to keep it and see if I like it to blend out my cream contour. This one is from Luxie and it's the B14 blush brush. I love using this for blush. The reason I was like contemplating these two is because I was like, well, I really like this one for blush, but I was using this one for blush, but it would just, I don't know, every time I apply it on my face, this one just kind of spreads, and this one really doesn't do that because it's a lot more dense and the bristles are a lot tighter on this one. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one, of course, because I love using it for the blush. And this fan brush, I don't think I've used fan brushes like this, these really fine skinny ones, and this one was also gifted to me. It's from Wet n Wild, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it and see if I like using these to apply highlighter. So we're getting rid of 3 brushes, so that's a total of 11 brushes gone so far. These are all my blending brushes. I do have a foundation brush in here. I guess I must have missed it with the other one, so I'll go ahead and pull that one out. This one is from Real Techniques, and it's just a small foundation brush that I also like to use to apply cream contour, so I will be keeping this one. All these are going to be from that brand Keyvange with the black handles right here on this side from here over, so that way I'm not repeating the same brand over and over. A tapered blending brush. I'm going to keep this one because it kind of goes to like a little point almost. I really like those types of brushes, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. It's just a flat blending brush. I'm not a big fan of it, and so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of it. Could be wrong, but it kind of looks like the MAC 217, so I'm going to definitely keep this one. This one is just a flat brush. I'm not a big fan of like super flat brushes like this, and the bristles are just like really long, and I don't know, I don't like it, so I'm not gonna keep it. This one is an angled brush. I honestly, it's not a type of brush that I would pick, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. This one, it's a little bit domed, so I will be keeping this one. It is flat, but like I said, it kind of rounds out on the edges, so I'm gonna be keeping this one. I'm not sure if this one is just slightly angled or if the bristles are uneven, but since I already have that pointed one like that, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. This one is an angled flat brush. I was using this to contour my nose and I liked it for that, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. This one is like a little bit more of a steep angle. I'm not gonna keep this one just because I'm already keeping that other angled brush, so I don't need another one. And this one, I'm gonna totally get rid of it. I'm not a fan of like the pointed pencil brushes like this. It's just really hard and stiff, and it kind of, I don't want to say it hurts the eye, but I don't know, it's just really hard and really pointy. I don't like it, so I'm not going to keep it. The next 3, so this one and then 2 more are going to be from Luxie. This one is the 231 small tapered blending brush. I love this one when I'm doing cut creases. It just works so beautifully, and I love it for crease work, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. This one is called the 207 medium angled blending brush. I haven't tried using this one yet because a lot of these brushes I get from Ipsy, and so I'm going to keep this one, of course, because I love Luxie brushes. They're such like high quality. Just from this one brush back here that I was talking to you guys about, like that one brush, I was just like, oh my goodness, they're amazing. So I'm definitely gonna keep this one, and hopefully it works just as good. This one I just got in my last month's Ipsy bag. It's the 239 Precision Shader Brush. It did get a little bit, I don't know, like the shape kind of changed because it was kind of squished in the bag, and so hopefully once I wash it, it'll go back to its original shape, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. These 2 are from SL Miss Glam, and this one right here, the green one, is the T35 Precision Blending, and this one is the L34 Blend Beauty. This one kind of almost reminds me of the Wet n Wild one. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it because these are very quality brushes. I like this other one right here because it's kind of small and it's good for like crease work and stuff like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep these 2. This one is from Furless. I don't even think I've used this one either, but it's just a small, like a tapered blending brush that I will be keeping as well. This one again is from that Costco CB or BC brand that I also love using to use powder to set my eyelids. This one is the 22 Blending Crease Brush. This kind of reminds me of one from BH Cosmetics, and everyone loves BH Cosmetic brushes, so so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. And I have used it in the past before and I like it anyways. This one is from So Susan. It doesn't have a name on what it's called, but it basically is just a like packing shader brush, and so I'm definitely gonna keep this one. This one's like my holy grail brush. I don't know why it's called a smudge brush, but it's from the brand Bogachi. It's just my ultimate favorite blending brush ever. It's just so good. I'm already beating it up. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can track it down, if they still have it on their website, and get a new one, because this one's getting kind of scraggly on me. This one is from Sedona Lace, and it's the EB13 brush. This one is like dense for a blending brush, but I like using it on my kind of no makeup days whenever I'm just putting bronzer in the crease. Then I'll take a big fluffy brush like this and I'll just run it in there. So I like having this one handy. These are from the Holler.com brushes that I was telling you about. They kind of remind me of the dupe for the Too Faced teddy bear set. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these just because, I don't know, I'm already getting rid of that other one, so I might as well get rid of these. This one is from ColourPop, and I'm so sad that I don't have names and I can't remember what it's called, but it's like their tapered blending brush, or tapered, not a fluff brush, because a fluff brush is bigger, and I absolutely love this. It blends every eyeshadow out like a dream, and I really want to get more from their collection, so I definitely recommend the ColourPop brushes. This one I absolutely hate. It is way too soft. It's from Wet n Wild, and it's their blending brush, like a crease brush or something. It's just way too soft. Like, y'all see that? I don't know. Some people like it. I don't. I've actually seen people use this for highlighter, but I'm not even going to chance it with this one, so I'm going to get rid of it. The last two right here, they came in palettes. So this one came from the Tarte Graveyard Girl palette right here, the Swamp Queen one. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Just have it for travel because it is small and it's kind of one of my favorite like shading packer brushes. And this one is it came in the Modern Renaissance. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills double-ended brush. A lot of people raved about this brush, but I just felt like it was too like pokey or something. Like this side was just really rough. This one, I like this side because it's soft. I'm gonna give it another shot because I swear a lot of people like loved the brush in the Modern Renaissance. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it as well. Getting rid of 9 more brushes, and that's a total of 20 brushes gone. So these are my liner, pencil brushes, concealer type brushes. This one is from Tarte, and it's a double-ended brush that came with a 4-piece eyeliner set that I got in a holiday kit with their Tarte's clay paint liners. I'm not a big fan of either side of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. This one is from Essence, and it's the Precise eyeliner brush. A lot of people use this one for the brows. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one because it's super sharp, and I plan on buying a gel potted eyeliner, and so I totally want to try this brush out to do my eyeliner with. This one came with the little Milani palettes. They both feel soft, but I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of them. I do like that it's really small, so I could take it with me when I travel, but I'm not a huge fan of double-sided brushes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. These two are from that dupe Too Faced teddy bear brush kit or whatever that I got from Holler.com. I'm definitely gonna get rid of this one because I believe this one was like an eyebrow brush or something, but I haven't really used this one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. This one, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it because I like having brushes like this for whenever I use like pressed glitters or loose pigments and stuff like that. I like to use these very dense, very stiff concealer type brushes to pick up the product and carefully place it and concentrate it on the lid space. This one is from Real Techniques, and it is the detailer brush. I use this one for my cut creases, so I'm going to keep this one. My favorite brush ever is the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. I absolutely love this one. It might be time for me to get a new one because the bristles on this one are kind of getting a little bit crazy. This one is from Lottie London, and I really like this one for like tapping and shading eyeshadows on the lid, just going like that all over the lid. Really good for that. This one is from Crown Brushes, and it's the C224 Oval Concealer Brush. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one because like I said before, I love having tons of brushes like this for whenever I do any type of loose glitters or pressed glitters or pigments and stuff to pick it up and just, you know, pat it on the lid if there's like glue or glitter glue, stuff like that. I don't mind these getting all junky. So I like having a lot of these on hand. This one is from Sonia Kashuk, and it is the number 107 brush. It's like a bent angled liner brush. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one because I'm not a fan of it. This one is from Luxie, and it's the 223 short shader. I love using this for below the lower lash line and just blending out any eyeshadow down there. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping this one. These next two I'm gonna get rid of because they are Sephora brand, but one is a smoky liner eyeshadow brush, or it's just like a pencil brush, and then this one is their angled eyeliner brush, and so I'm not going to keep them because Sephora brand is not cruelty free. These next three, these are from Ulta brand. This one is the concealer brush, and I love using this one. Again, I love keeping these type of flat small concealer brushes for glitters and pigments and stuff like that. This one is the angled eyeliner brush. I don't know if they're getting rid of these type of brushes, but I saw them on clearance, so I don't know if you'll be able to find it. But I love using this one for cut crease work and just slightly blending any shadows above my cut crease work. And this one is just a, oh my gosh, I actually think this one came with a Ulta brand palette. It's just a flat shader brush that I love using to just tap color all over the lid, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one as well. These two are from that CB brand that I was telling you guys about. This one is called the 24 Smudge Brush. I don't really like using this one because it is kind of harsh and really like pokey on the eye, so I'm going to get rid of it. This one is called the 28 Flat Eyeliner Brush. I know a lot of people use this to do a lot of line work on the lower lash line, which I don't really do that, but it's a technique that I want to try. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep this one. This one is from e.l.f. from like their $1 to $2 line of brushes. I think it's just called a crease brush, but it's kind of like a little tiny pencil brush. This is my favorite to use on the inner corner, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. These two are from Wet n Wild. This one again is one of those flat concealer type brushes, so I'm going to be keeping it. And then this one is like a fluffy shader brush. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. All these right here are from that Kivonge brand. To be honest, I don't even care to show you guys all of them, but I mean, that's basically what they look like. I think I'm only gonna keep one, which is gonna be this one that kind of looks like that flat concealer type brush, but the rest I'm gonna get rid of, and basically they're just brushes that I'm not gonna use. So we're getting rid of these 12 brushes right here, so that's a total of 32 brushes gone so far. This is definitely not all my sponges. Some of them I haven't even used yet. They're still in the package. I honestly don't have enough space to have them out of the package. I do have a total of 14 sponges, not counting this thing, and then also one silly sponge that I haven't even used yet. This is kind of just like my little hair donut thing that I just decided looked like the Viermona, the color switch things. It's basically the same material. It's like a plastic netting that I use to dust my brushes off in between colors. So I'm just going to set that aside because obviously I'm going to be keeping it. These two are from Beauty Blender, like actual legit Beauty Blender. I'm going to give this one more chance, but I feel like this black one, I don't know why the material put on the bottom, it starts to get really sticky and really tacky, and my foundation just builds up really ugly on the bottom for some reason. I don't know why. This one just does that. I had a pink one and it didn't do that at all. It doesn't do that on the Beauty Blender Nude either, but this one just feels, when it's wet, it just feels really, really dense, and I don't like it. So I think I'm gonna pass both. Well, you know what? I did get a new one for Christmas, so I might bust that one out. Since both of these are clean and they're a pain in the butt to clean, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and pass these on. This one is from Sephora brand. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. I honestly didn't enjoy it because when it was wet, it was almost like not super dense, but it was kind of hard. It really didn't get nice and super and soft and squishy, and I felt like it didn't blend out my foundation or concealer very well, but that's just for me. Everyone's different, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on. Plus Sephora brand's not cruelty free. This one is from Stila Cosmetics. It hardly gets soft at all when it's wet, and it really doesn't get much bigger in size. It doesn't increase in size. It kind of just, basically it sucks. Probably just gonna toss it or maybe just pass it on, and hopefully the next person has better luck with it. This one I think think it's from the brand Precision Beauty or something like that. I found it at Ross. I love this one, and when it gets damp, it gets so huge, and I really like it. It's really nice and soft, and it does a nice job of blending out my foundation, and it really doesn't suck up a whole lot of product, and so I'm definitely going to keep this one. These two are from Real Techniques, the Miracle Complexion Sponge, the regular one, not the body one. Then this is the little mini sponge. I really enjoy these sponges so much. They're my favorite from like the affordable drugstore standpoint. This one has a bunch of like little angles, so you see like this little flat top, and then there's another flat top, and it's nice and pointed on the bottom, and then this one has a big flat top, and then it's pointed. I'm definitely going to be keeping these. Getting rid of 4 sponge applicators. That leaves me with a total of 36 makeup applicators, like brushes, sponges, gone, and I had 106 to start with, so that leaves me with 70 brushes slash sponges in my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this declutter. Be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you spotted any of your favorite brands of brushes, or leave me your favorite brand brushes down below. Just make sure that they are cruelty free. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!